Hey all, welcome to the Steel Donut Collective. My name's Connor, with me on this video is Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And Bob.
This is my final intro line.
And a special guest, we have Zax.
Hi, I'm Zax.
So, a script for the live-action version reboot of the Powerpuff Girls dropped within the last week or so, and it's incredible.
It's a train wreck. There's people have been talking about it on the internet. I want to get this out in the open real quick. We here aren't sure that it's real, but there's some evidence to say that it is real and some evidence to say that it isn't. If they're reworking any part of this script to make it to TV, then we'll know that this was real. If nothing in this appears on TV, then it's possible that it was fake. But it doesn't really matter, because this is a train wreck, and it's totally believable as a real script. Also, just want to say that Zax is here from the Kind of Friends channel. There's a link in the description if you want to see that, or a card up in the corner if you want to see a video that me, Connor, and Zax did on the movie The Debt Collector recently. But she's here because she's more of an expert on Powerpuff Girls than the three of us.
I did grow up watching a lot of the show, and just from what I've seen already, some of the choices they make, I won't know until we get further into it. I won't say it's like the kind of thing where they almost like hate the fans of the original thing, but
Sure feels that way.
a little bit.
Okay, so we're going just top to bottom. We haven't read the whole thing, and we'll probably skip over some parts to speed things up.
Yeah.
All right, so the first page, The Powerpuff Girls pilot, written by Diablo Cody and Heather Rainier, network revision, February 9th.
Diablo Cody was the writer for several, like, kind of popular, the indie movie scene,
right?
like
Yeah.
Juno, I think
I think she
Jennifer's
directed
Body.
Juno too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's also, she's pretty good, generally, I think.
The Juno aspect kind of explains some of like Bubbles' dialogue. I guess trying to recapture that, but it doesn't hit the same way.
All right.
Because we don't have Elliot Page here.
Yeah. All right, so exterior, I don't give a flaming fuck.
Yeah, Zax, give us the, script directions.
Yeah, I guess you can do
Yeah,
the script
okay.
directions here.
Exterior, big blue, endless sky, day, super, 2003, over a blue sky filled with cotton candy clouds.
I love cotton candy.
Okay.
Oh, the narrator.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, in the early 2000s, there were three extraordinary sisters who were destined to save the world. Blossom, Utonium, 7, soars up into frame. Blossom can fly, and effortlessly, even in the impractical pink dress she wears.
Okay.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
Like the sassy script here.
Oh my god, I love when scene direction is sassy. Alright, so, come on guys, he's getting away!
Blossom was the leader, the go-getter, the goody-goody.
Oh my god.
Buttercup Utonium flies up next to her sister. She's a scrappy, scowling tomboy wearing a green dress.
Very nice. My God.
Buttercup in a mocking high voice.
Come on, guys. He's getting away. Please. We always catch them. What a fucking dick.
Buttercup was the tough one, the hard ass, if you'll pardon the idiom.
The asshole.
I won't pardon you. Your idiom has not been pardoned. None of you are free from sin.
Yeah.
You will go to hell for your crimes.
Yeah. Dude, you go straight to jail. Buttercup zooms off, a green blur. Bubbles Utonium in a blue dress, pigtails, an adorable smile, rises up beside Blossom.
I spy a camera crew. We're gonna be on TV tonight. Woot! I'm 7 years old in the early 2000s. I say the word woot.
Oh my God.
Dab, dab, dab!
Depending on
Dab,
how
dab,
early
Fortnite.
2000s, depending on how early 2000s it was, I guess I could see somebody using Woot. Because I think I typed like W00T or whatever when I was like 12 on the internet.
But did you say it out loud?
No, you didn't say
Okay.
you didn't say internet words out loud back then.
I think there was a time when people did say internet words out loud, like woot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I firmly remember someone like me and someone else arguing over the proper pronunciation of lol.
Yeah.
Um,
That was like later, I want to say, than when I was typing woot.
Okay.
yeah.
That was like when I was like
Yeah.
14. Then I was arguing.
I remember like in high school it's saying like lol out loud and actually realizing I did that and went, ooh, I shouldn't do that. I guess
said
it's
lamau.
just, we're going to say this a lot, it feels odd to be in scripted dialogue, you know.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Lamau.
let's focus on finishing the job and protecting our city.
Well, don't forget to smile. Daddy says our image is as important as our efficiency.
Efficacy. A word
Efficacy.
that all 7-year-olds know.
Yeah.
Like 7?
Well, I guess, no, it said that earlier that they're 7.
Yeah,
I
this-
guess maybe
This is a flashback.
Oh.
because Daddy Utonium says this all the time, maybe.
Please don't say Daddy
we'll
Utonium.
get into
That was
that.
weird.
She's your daddy.
She's
Papa
7.
Utonium.
Look at it.
Big Papa Utonium.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She grins, touching her dimples with her index fingers. And Bubbles was a sweet, upbeat, cheerful one. Most of the time.
Oh, okay.
Title: Powerpuff Girls.
The 3 girls dip down together, diving towards a marauding, 3-headed Pegasus monster. Big
Pegasus,
as a
get out of there. He's got card games to win. Get out of here, Pegasus.
big as a building, wreaking havoc on the city. We only see it briefly. Don't worry.
I wasn't worried.
What? What?
This is that was real quick. That was just the scriptwriters saying, "Don't worry" to the execs. We promise the script gets better. We promise. Please keep reading.
I wonder if they have to do it because it's a big corporate. Like, don't worry, this isn't gonna cheat into our budget that much. Like,
Oh yeah, I guess that could
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, like don't worry. It's only in a second.
I
It'll
think
be very
so.
cheap to produce the show.
Because like the script direction just a little bit later will be like several quick scenes and they need to be quick kind of thing.
weird.
But this,
Interesting.
yeah, I think this is probably the most
I don't know
okay
anything
part of
about-
the show. Once it gets out of the
Yeah.
flashback, that's where all the bad dialogue is. So
That's true. Yeah. So maybe they were saying, "Don't worry, the show gets shitty later. We'll get you there. Don't worry." This seems like normal.
yeah,
script.
Steel Donut audience, it's gonna get worse.
By the way, do we want to skip over maybe some of this the scene direction and just
Yeah.
go like the dialogue?
Yeah,
that might be
maybe.
quicker.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
So Buttercup,
they crash
time to
through-
kick some
yeah.
beast.
yeah, and then they burst through a billboard, and then we see the brief action shots
Yeah.
of Buttercup punching the beast and Bubbles stunning them or whatever.
These exceptional girls were not born, but created by the brilliant Professor Drake Utonium.
So they call him Professor Drake Utonium. I don't know if he had a first name before. I don't mind them giving him a first name or the name Drake, but it is weird that in the rest of the script they just call him Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is weird.
Because I can't help but think
Most-
of Drake.
Yeah,
I can't help but think of Nathan Drake whenever that happens.
Oh, okay.
So you're thinking of the rapper. I'm thinking of the guy that steals shit.
oh,
Yeah.
different branches.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He'd long dreamed of being a father, but his grandiosity prevented him from pursuing this goal in the usual manner. Drake
does
didn't
that
just
mean?
he didn't want to find a woman.
I
He
don't want
wanted,
to fuck. Let me tell you, I will not have sex. You will not make me.
Drake didn't just want children. He wanted, oh gosh. it's Drake who's gonna be
Oh.
the professor.
Phenomena! I'll be Drake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
That's all we
remember,
want.
in the cartoon, Professor Utonium's just a mild-mannered, nice guy who accidentally creates the Powerpuff Girls. Here, he's like, I don't know, wants to, is trying to create, super soldier children
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Because, the canon, and they even go into this in the movie. He wanted children.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he didn't want a woman. It's just, he, hadn't had that connection. He wasn't married, so he was like, but I can be a single dad. That's fine. He gets the stuff, and he makes the girls, but then he accidentally makes them super.
Accidentally adds an extra
this-
ingredient.
yeah. But this is
Good
making
point.
it like, no, that was the get-go.
Yeah, from the beginning he wanted Supergirls.
I'm not
He's
trying
the
to veer
asexual
off.
idol we can all look up to.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've noticed this, but reboots often do this thing where there's an accident in the original thing, but the Reboot makes it like they wanted it this way. It had to be. I don't know why accidents are bad nowadays.
Yeah, we're not allowed to make mistakes, I guess. Like, I was perfectly happy with it being... And I mean, like, you could totally make something interesting out of the drama of, like, you didn't even want us to have superpowers, but then you made us superheroes before we could even consent to that. That could be a whole thing if you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah. Like, the professor, too, like, and sorry, but, like, the movie, it's a big deal. Like, he's like, I know the world doesn't understand you. I love you guys. It's, like, a whole thing that he knows that, like, this super children are a weird thing.
Yeah, well, none of that would be good for the CW. The CW wants sex and edginess.
And they have to hate their dad now.
Yeah. Fuck you, Dad.
Well, then we find out that with him, he didn't have Mojo Jojo from the TV show that we know, who is a monkey. Instead, he has Dr. Joseph Mondale, known as Mojo, and Jojo is a second character we'll meet later, which is idiotic, but Mojo's standing here and he's like, "Congrats, you did it."
I couldn't have done it without you, Mojo.
And there we go. The professor's girlfriend. Okay, Cerebellum is his girlfriend now.
Ew.
She has kind eyes. She shouldn't even have a head.
I know.
No, I mean, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like Lady Demetrius.
Yeah, she was, I mean...
Domitresque.
Yeah.
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 For years...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's a great mod idea, actually.
Sorry,
People did that, actually. Yeah, that was the meme. Yeah, okay, never mind.
For years, all was well in the Utonium household. The sisters were the best of friends. Drake was a proud papa. His girlfriend, Sarah, had become like part of the family.
And then we cut to...
Now we're in the bank.
Oh, is this the modern day? I can't...
I think
it's still flashback.
Oh my God.
Giving us, okay.
Yeah.
The girls were beloved heroes in Townsville, a city mysteriously besieged by villainous creatures and crooks. Scientists, religious gurus, and conspiracy theorists all had their own explanations for why Townsville was the center of these strange attacks, but no one knew for sure. All they knew was that the Powerpuffs kept them safe.
I'm gonna we're 4 minutes into the script, right? Because each page is about approximately a minute. Mm-hmm. We're 4 minutes into the script of the first pilot, and I'm going to make the guess that Professor Utonium was creating the monsters all along. If that ends up being true of the live-action show, if they say that in the live-action show, I will look like a genius.
Oh my God, you're right. Like to test the girls out. Oh.
I'm making that bet right now.
Yeah, him or JoJo. Maybe that's like...
I don't think it was JoJo. I think it was him, and maybe Mojo was like on board and like needed to play the bad guy kind of thing. Maybe. But I think it was Professor Utonium all along.
Interesting.
Damn.
He did do simulations in the show.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, we can go completely crazy with this character in the live-action show.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah.
So.
We own the rights. Who gives a shit?
Okay, so now Joe's watching the spectacle, I guess.
From his own observatory.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they're gonna make it look. I hope it looks as good as it did in the show.
His observatory?
He does have like a thing.
That's
it's
true,
like in a volcano or something. I don't know.
It's probably just like a fucking like skyscraper.
They just do it at like the LA Observatory.
Oh,
he just lives there. Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondale was not so delighted with the Powerpuff Girls. He resented their celebrity, especially since he'd helped Drake discover Chemical X, the mutagenic substance that gave the girls their powers. But Drake, wrapped up in the limelight, seemed to have forgotten about their decade-long partnership. They got Tom Kenny to do this thing, and like...
Do what thing?
He was narrating the original, he's back again.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. But, like, this is a lot clunkier. Like, he's doing a lot more stuff.
That's true. Before he was just going, in the city of Townsville.
So
and that's pretty much it.
Like, the full voice again, it's like, man.
I know that it was, like, only one line, but like, when they talked earlier, like, Utonium, Drake, or whatever, and Mojo, it was like, good job, Drake, and it's like, I couldn't have done it without you, Mojo. And even though it was just like one line, that doesn't line up with this. Like, if you're gonna have Drake be, like, trying to be a superstar or whatever, have him do that from even
From
in
the
that
jump,
one line
yeah.
before,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or if you want to establish their decade-long friendship, I don't like if Connor does something great and like we've had a decade-long friendship, I don't approach him and say like, "Wow, I'm so proud of you, Connor," and then Connor says, "I couldn't have done it without you," but like that's just not how people talk.
That's
right?
not what all of you guys do at the end of every recording.
right?
Well, it should be what they do at the end of every recording.
Yeah.
From now on,
All
we
right,
have every
guys.
skill donut recording.
Team bonding experience line up.
And I
Wow,
said, "Matt,
Connor,
good
I
job."
couldn't. You did a good job that recording.
Yeah.
And then Matt says, "You know what? I think Yellen did a good job." And Yellen says, "I think Blake did a good job." Blake, I think Connor did a good job. Connor's like, "Really? I thought Bob did a good job."
I thought Connor was gonna say thanks, Blake. I couldn't have done it without you.
Blake's like, "I couldn't have done it without you, Yellen." Yellen's like,
Blake always hated how Connor was the selfish one, only thought of himself. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. It's just like if you're going to establish him as like being selfish or whatever, have it be like, "I couldn't have done it without you," ha ha, and just smile.
Yeah.
I don't know.
or like
Small
just
things,
use
small
a
shit.
different fucking scene, like right, like it could be like after they've already been created, and you see his descent into being greedy or whatever.
You could also put like a quick screen direction, like after the Utonium's like, "I couldn't have done it without you." Mojo looks aside.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
like
That's
he's still not giving me enough credit. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Or he could have just been like, "I couldn't have done it without you," and then write the word "not" on a
Okay,
piece of paper to show how evil
So
he
then
is.
the narrator says, he'd hoped to use the chemical to gain powers himself. Powers he'd use for good, like Elon Musk. But also for his own personal gain, like Elon Musk. But what use would it be now? Mojo wasn't cute. He didn't have sugar or spice or anything nice. He was just a plain old boring man.
I don't want to stop on every line, but I saw this Elon Musk line like quoted, and I thought a character would speak it, and I thought like, "Oh, okay, that's actually kind of good." The fact that its narration is awful. Holy crap.
That makes like 10.
Holy
words.
shit.
That's really fucking
That
bad.
could have been a good joke if someone said it. But now
Yeah.
it's awful because it's fucking narration. Okay.
Honestly, if they even had
Okay.
like the talking dog from the show, maybe or something, but like that's weird. Okay, then
So then we find out that Mojo Jojo has a son
who's 8?
who's 8 and is named Jojo, which is
Dad, were those the Powerpuff Girls? I wish I could fly. They're all so cool, especially Blossom. Oh, jeez, are they gonna be a fake? Is he gonna date half
yes.
Jojo? Oh no.
Off
Yes.
Mojo's stewing, yeah.
Yeah. Interior, I don't give a fuck.
Interior crocodile.
Utonium's house. They're watching a broadcast. It's Mojo, and he's at Concerned Scientist Holds Anti-Powerpuff Rally.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Sounds like a news
I'm
article.
Mojo. I worked with the professor for years. He's power hungry and duplicitous. He stole Chemical X from me, and I believe he may even be the mastermind behind Townsville's most heinous monsters. Crowd gasps. How else would the girls stay famous, if not from protecting us? But maybe we need to be protected from them.
Wow.
What?
I think you
That's
already
so
called
clunky.
it, Bob. I
That
don't
is
know.
the most clunky dialogue I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
I'm going to state my motivation now. And then he opens his mouth and a block of text comes out. on
Yeah, like he
screen.
doesn't say anything, just like blocks of text come falling, slide out of his mouth
goes,
grotesquely that spell out all of his motivation.
And then words come out. Like,
All right, so
Oh, now I know what he's doing. Thanks. I had a shadow of a doubt.
Blossom. But we'd never. Oh, so, was I Utonium? Sorry.
yeah, you're
We're doing this live. He's a sad, bitter man. Don't worry, you're more popular than ever.
Drake was
not
right.
Not the thing to worry about.
Yeah, well, Drake was right. The girls had a national fan club, licensed merch, even their own cartoon. Oh,
They make the cartoon canon universe.
but Mojo
I hate
wasn't
that.
their only enemy.
I just,
Uh,
The show you liked was fake news.
yeah, basically. I hate that.
I hate that.
They were about to face an evil far more formidable. They were about to face an evil far more formidable, a force that's defeated innumerable gifted children. Puberty.
Wow.
Got
him.
That joke so much. Every time a kid does anything, it's like, but they're not ready for puberty. Like,
this isn't even going to be puberty.
Is this show meant for kids going through puberty or something?
No, this is the CW. It's meant for like 20-year-olds.
Okay.
I mean, this show's meant for like people who enjoy eating trash, like
it's
human raccoons.
So they made a raccoon show.
Yeah.
They made a raccoon show for trash people
And possums, right? Yeah.
we gotta mention. Blake wanted us to shout out the series that we did. What was it? The Powerpuff Girls one that we did for the SEC.
We didn't do it for the SDC, but it's another story we've found.
We talked about doing.
About doing.
Where it was like Powerpuff Girls going through puberty, and it was
Yeah, they
really
fucking
gross.
stole that.
It was called Journey Through Puberty, and I guess I could put a link.
I can't believe the CW read that fanfic.
If you really want to read it,
fucking
if
do
you
it.
can find the link, it'll be in the description. Yeah.
So, interior Professor and sorry, people, if like my scrolling up and down is, I don't again.
I guess they can see your scrolling.
So interior Professor Utonium's house, early morning, super 2013. So now it's like the present kind of.
Well, it's getting closer to the present.
Getting closer.
Okay, so Blossom's a teenager.
Yeah,
and she's
close.
Oh, look, they have ennui about this whole thing. Which
yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes a little bit of sense.
Like, yeah.
So, yeah. So, fuck it, I'll just read it because I, for some reason, can't go straight into dialogue. Blossom, now a teenager, is lying in bed. She opens one eye, elbows teenage Buttercup, who is lying next to her. We see SAT prep books scattered next to Blossom. Wake up! Red phone!
Buttercup takes out her mouth guard.
Yeah, I'm Buttercup, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I keep forgetting who I am. I don't know why. All their names start with B. They're all the same.
I mean,
Yeah, oh my
yeah.
There was this whole joke where he names them. He has a reason for naming them. Blossom, you're very forward and direct. I'll call you Blossom. You're all cute, bubbly. I'll call you
Please, no.
Bubbles. And then he looks at Buttercup, and she looks super hopeful. And he's like, and I'll call you Buttercup because it also begins with a B.
We'll see that.
I mean, that's from the original show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
I was up till 3 a.m. texting Rachel. She thinks that I'm seeing other girls.
Because you are.
Oh, I like this already. This is good. Yeah, but I had to put up with a lot of work to convince her. I had to put up... What?
I had to put
in? Oh, put in, not put up. I can't read. Yeah, but I had to put in a lot of work to convince her I wasn't.
Reveals Bubbles passed out on the floor, hung over.
Oh, this is even better.
Can someone please answer that thing? Pick it up. Oh, she just picks it up.
Buttercup flippantly picks it up and slams it back down.
Where were you last night?
We broke into the zoo again. We made the flamingos drink hypnotic.
How wacky.
Hypnotic.
Blossom's climbed out of bed and is beginning to put her costume on. It's the same dress they wore as little girls.
I'm gonna have to Google what
No,
hypnotic is.
not, because they're like full-size humans now.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
all
drink.
baby people.
Yeah. Yeah, Bubbles got mad hungover and did, what any teen with superpowers would do, which is break into the zoo and
feed
make animals
flamingos.
drink. What the fuck?
Yeah, she also said we did this. Who's we in this situation?
Me, myself, and I.
Because, I don't mean to keep being like the original show did this, but Bubbles had so many episodes about how obsessed she was with taking care of animals. I don't think she'd get flamingos drunk. Maybe she'd get drunk and ride flamingos or something.
Yeah.
But abuse.
I mean, that's straight up abusing animals.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, come on, guys. Let's just suit up and get this done.
I'm not wearing that dress anymore. It's compulsory heterosexuality. What does that mean?
It is a compact
how is
thing,
it-
but
it's-
it's not relevant here.
It's the thing all the teens are about these days.
They're all woke and
Yeah.
something. Therefore, we need to have our characters be
Can
throwing out.
lesbians not wear dresses? Is that it?
That's what they're saying.
This is like the dumb version of that, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
This thing about Buttercup being a lesbian seems really strange to me.
Yeah, I don't really agree with it, and like, it's not a big thing, but Buttercup liked several guys on the show. Blossom, like, they all dated, quote unquote, the Rowdy Rough Boys, but not really. They were like, that was. Were like 7. But like, Blossom had several arcs with like girls not dating them, but like, it was a whole thing where this guy like called her sweet cheeks and she didn't like that. It makes way more sense for Blossom to be the gay one, and that's all I'm saying about that. We could continue.
Well, I want to add one more thing to that. Just that it's really annoying to me that they went, Buttercup is the tough one. Therefore, not only is she lesbian, but we're going to cast a black person for this tough character.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But like,
it's cool. I don't care that they cast a black person. I just think it's weird that they found the one tough of the three of them, the tough one, and they went, we have to make her the black lesbian.
And they also made her hypersexual, which isn't that great either.
Yeah,
but we'll continue.
Okay, so take it up with Dad.
Dad freaks out if we do anything off-model. He treats us like a product he developed.
Why are you so angry at Daddy?
Oh, shit, that was your line.
That was my line. Yeah, that was
my I'm sorry.
You're just so used to me saying stupid shit on Steel Donut videos.
Yeah, I thought that was just you making a comment, and I was like, okay, you gotta read your line, and then I looked and I was like, oh no, wait, that was his line. Oh my god. It wasn't our idea to be the ordained saviors of Townsville.
No, but it's our responsibility. Even if we're tired from test prep or girl drama or blue fruit flavored cognac.
Bubbles dry heaves. Blossom pulls Buttercup's costume out of the hamper. She sniffs it and grimaces.
That crystal deodorant does not work.
Crystal deodorant? Like, are you talking about throwing crystals in the
Zax,
wash?
is that a girl thing?
Is that a thing?
I don't know any. I use Tide Pods.
Like,
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
deodorant.
Teens, you know, they sneak and drink the worst alcohol. You know, they use the worst deodorant. Like, what?
Yeah.
You mean? Oh, you know what? That's something. I wouldn't. Why do they might need super deodorant?
I would imagine they probably would. Yeah.
So I don't know.
It wouldn't even surprise me if there was an episode of the original show dealing with that.
Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom shuffle out the front door.
Are we fighting Swampy again? Who has the brief?
Drake pops out of the house, followed by Sarah.
Bubbles, wait, where are your pigtails? You have to stick to the character Bible.
This is the show telling us, the fans, that we're wrong for wanting things to be consistent between the show and this show.
She's not a character, Drake.
Oh, I get it now. Thank you. You can do whatever you want with the characters now.
They're not. This is real life, okay? This isn't a show. This is real, okay? Get out of your stupid head that this is a show on TV.
Yeah, this is what real people talk like.
Yeah.
Now, can I please get Drake's extremely realistic line now?
Okay. I know. That's why I've allowed her to select 2 outside friends and unlimited after-homeschool activities. Buttercup, I don't appreciate the look on your face right now.
Can we get Connor to play Drake in the real show? Please. Like, that voice is too good. That voice is too fucking good for how his dialogue sounds. Like, it fits so well.
The person they have cast is Donald Faison, Turk from Scrubs. I don't know how he's gonna play this.
Like, fuck him. Someone just get Connor to do it instead, so he can just come on and do that voice.
Okay.
Can you blame her? She's 17 and she's up at the butt crack of dawn to fight a talking swamp.
Sarah, as always, I appreciate your concern for my family, but you're not part of it.
Oh my god.
Even though you've been my girlfriend for like a decade?
Years, yeah. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, Sarah.
Like, literally a decade. You're right, yeah. She's been involved in these girls' lives for a decade.
Yeah.
She's the closest thing to a mother figure any of them has.
Yeah, ooh, that's weird.
Break up with him. You deserve better.
She must just.
Yeah, for real though. If somebody said that to me when I was dating them, I wouldn't be dating them anymore.
Yeah,
you know what? I wouldn't be a part of their family. I wouldn't see them anymore.
Yeah, if they'd been together for 2 months, that would be one thing. And even then, it would still be rude, but like it would be one thing. But this is a 10-year-long relationship.
Especially because she's bringing up how like Your daughters are literally overworked. I'm not even telling you as your girl. I'm telling you as a human bystander looking. Your girls need a break.
Yeah.
That'd be like, well, you know what? No, I won't make that analogy.
Oh, you know what? Drake did that to Mojo as well. Decade-long friendship thrown down the drain for these girls. Wow, that's consistent characterization. Good job. The script is
Yeah,
good
I like
now.
this show now. Yeah, it's good now.
Before the girls can begin to defend Sarah, Blossom pipes up.
Guys, we have to go. Townsville needs us.
Blossom takes off into the sky. The other girls follow suit reluctantly. Sarah stares at Drake, hurt.
Come on. I'll make you an omelet while we watch the live feed.
Holy shit, guys!
Great.
Hot dating tip right here. If you fuck something up with your girl, tell her, don't worry, I'll make you an omelet. And
I'll
they'll
make you
come right back
eggs,
to you.
girl.
Let me make you some eggs, girl.
Drake heads inside. Sarah doesn't move. We've been together for 9 years.
Exclusive for 7.
When are you gonna let me in here? Another 9 years? Never? I can't do this anymore, Drake. Thank you!
Wow, it took you
Yeah,
9 years for
okay.
this, huh?
I don't
9 years.
Can this show just be about Sarah Bell and taking over the world?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
down for her.
Just
Bubbles.
kick Drake to the curb, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
now back to this. Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup battle Swampy. It's way more effortful than it should be when suddenly a laser beam grazes Swampy and almost hits Blossom. Reveal, a giant squid robot being operated by Mojo, a lab monkey by his
Fuck
side.
off. If you're gonna
Mojo's
make him a
voice-
human, just make him a human. Don't include a lab monkey. That does nothing for me.
Yeah, Mojo's voice bellows from a megaphone.
Stop the Powerpuff Girls! Don't you see they're behind this? They're putting you all in danger!
In Mojo's observatory, a teenage Jojo co-pilots his father via a control panel monitor holding a
Co-pilots
Blossom
his father?
and...
What?
What does it mean by co-pilot's his father?
And why does he have a
Like-
Blossom action figure?
I would understand co-pilots for his father.
Or with his father?
Is he
Or
also
no,
controlling the squid robot?
No, is he also controlling his father?
How?
Yeah, that's what.
Wait,
That's what that sounds like.
how are you both co-piloting when one of you is in the robot and one of you is back at base?
I can't imagine what the delay is like. Like, the delay in the control is like, alright, punch him. No, she's right there. I'm trying, Dad, but like the delay. Like, it takes a second
Jeez,
for
the
the
stream lag is insane.
I told you we should have gotten a longer route. Or...
Just Ethernet. A long Ethernet cord from the base to the robot.
Oh fuck! Oh, the stream broke up. Oh man, the robot must have gotten its Ethernet unplugged again. God damn it!
Damn it.
Yeah.
Dad, easy on Blossom, remember?
I got this, Jojo.
Back on, the girls trying to subdue Swampy as a few anti-Powerpuff protesters gather below. One throws a Slurpee. Oh, we're going Glee now. Buttercup goes red hot and flies up to the jackass.
Oh, was there liquid concrete in the Slurpee? Fuck you off.
I will honestly end you.
The people cower in fear as Mojo blasts at Blossom again.
Why are the protesters even here? There's giant fucking monsters and
No,
shit.
it should be like...
Oh, but see, they think the giant robots are protecting them, even though they were here
They're
first and
still
started destroying
they're
the
still
building.
fighting. Show some self-preservation.
Yeah.
Show some
that's a
respect.
Don't
Giant
protest
robot.
at an active giant robot
Yeah,
and giant
Warzone,
thing
yeah.
fight scene. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
imagine if people did that in real life. If they
Yeah,
went
like,
to
I'm
go protest
anti-war,
on
so
the
I go to
battlefield.
war
yeah,
and hold up a sign and get shot.
yeah. Go to the war zone. You walk out like make love, not. You just get fucking murked. Okay.
There's no telling who killed me.
So, yeah.
I don't know who shot me, but I'll tell you, I'm mad about it. I'm gonna protest this for
See,
sure.
this is exactly what I was talking about, guys.
See what happens when you allow wars to go on. People get shot. People like me.
Guys, a little help? 3 question marks.
We're working on it.
Mojo blasts another laser at Swampy, hitting him in the arm and the building behind him. Concrete debris rains down. Blossom catches the falling pieces in both arms, looking to her sisters for help, but hungover Bubbles can barely handle Swampy, and Buttercup's fighting with protesters.
What?
Desperate, Blossom kicks a third piece of debris out of the air, but it ricochets a lamppost, exploding it into fragments. Mojo's robot is riddled with shrapnel as it falls to the ground.
So Mojo is fighting Swampy with a big robot, and then the Powerpuff Girls show up, and then Mojo's like, see, they're here to kill you all. But, like...
Who's Swampy in this?
Swampy's just a dude. He's just around.
So,
He's just
He
a
didn't mean
chill
no
fella.
harm.
okay.
He's like that. He's like that guy from the old Ultraman.
Yeah.
He's like every monster from the old Ultraman series. Just an alien just comes down and the military just starts shooting at it as soon as it shows up.
No attempt at communication.
In Mojo's lab, Jojo is speechless.
So I'm sorry. One more thing. I guess in my head I was assuming like Swampy and this robot were the size of buildings because I remember like some bad guys from Powerpuff Girls being that size. So I'm just really confused that a piece of debris, which gets turned into smaller pieces of debris, is what takes this robot out. Because I would think like it needs to be something major, like a whole fucking building falling on
And
it.
also, like a big chunk of concrete, let's say concrete, right? It hits a lamppost, which is strong enough to break the concrete, but then the concrete hits a robot, which is weak enough to be damaged by the concrete.
Yeah, that's...
So, like, this robot must be made of, like, paper mache? Because, like, Mojo's about to get murked by this.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for...
In Mojo's lab, Jojo is speechless, his eyes water. Dad? Above the robot, Blossom sees blood on the inside panel. Blossom and Buttercup join her.
Wait, Blossom and Buttercup join Blossom?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Blossom begins to hyperventilate, having a full-blown panic attack.
Blossom. Blood on
the inside panel? This ain't your mama's Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blood on the dance floor. Fuck yeah.
A newscaster sits beside a news banner. A Townsville divided.
In the wake of... Oh, wait, no, you know what? Matt, you do a better newscaster voice.
In the wake of Mojo's death, a once fringe group of anti-Powerpuff Girl activists have gained massive popularity in Townsville. Their goal? To banish the Powerpuff Girls.
The news cuts to footage of the mayor holding a press conference surrounded by angry anti-Powerpuff protesters.
I don't remember what the mayor's voice sounded like. It doesn't matter. Due to public safety concerns, the Powerpuff Girls have been outlawed from fighting in Townsville.
The
Okay, well,
protesters...
we'll just go to the town limit, I guess, and fight there.
Fight there.
The
Yeah.
protesters...
I mean, we're still allowed here.
Yeah.
We can still do stuff. We just can't fight. So, can I pick the robot up and just take him to the city limits and fight him there? Is that cool? Is that
I
good?
mean, it's kind of like trying to arrest Superman. Like, the only reason Superman lets you put handcuffs on him is because he's trying to give you a little bit of respect, but it's just a show. Like, if he wants to leave, he will.
Yeah, that is the... Yeah, I love any, like, Civil War, bands.
You don't love any Civil War. You love the movie
Yeah, no.
Avengers Civil War.
Yeah, no, yeah, to be clear.
I love any Civil War, though.
You show me a Civil War and I'm pleased.
Ah,
then I
American
go there
Civil
with
War,
my
love
sign.
that one.
Yeah.
I go there with my sign and I say, "Stop the hate! Stop fighting!" Oh!
Yeah, no, that's just...
That's you, Bob. I go there and I'm like, haha, yeah, Civil War.
Keep
I hold up
going,
my pro
keep
Civil War
hating.
sign.
I
Keep
think it's...
fighting.
I just think it's always funny when they try to, like, add bureaucracy to superhuman people.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Okay, the news cuts to footage of... Oh, wait. No, we did that. Okay, the protesters cheer wildly as... And now we go back to the Utonium's house. Bubbles and Buttercup watch on TV under a blanket together.
Oh, that's me right now.
Yeah.
I just lost my fucking place. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'd better check on Blossom.
Buttercup enters Blossom's room.
Bloss?
The bed is empty and made. Empty drawers are open. She ran away!
Mm-hmm.
I
She
think-
runs away.
Well, she is
You
leader
actually-
material, I suppose. That's usually what people who are in charge of, where I work, they just run away. First sign of any,
Yeah.
Yeah.
problems.
A
That's how you know a
tear-stained-
true leader.
Yeah. See a tear-stained Blossom flying as fast as she can through an overcast sky, a suitcase strapped to her back. And then back to the thing. A now furious Buttercup bursts angrily out the door and is immediately swamped by news cameras.
Swarmed. Doesn't really matter.
Swarmed. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, we had swamps on the mind.
Yeah.
Bleep all you and bleep Townsville. The Powerpuff Girls are done.
End of teaser.
Oh.
Did you guys
Oh.
feel like that was a good teaser?
I feel really aroused, yeah.
I feel teased.
Smoke-
I feel like my childhood show interests were teased.
Yeah, I feel like I just feel like I was made fun of, honestly.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm kind of bullied right now. If that's what they meant by teaser, right?
I feel attacked, yeah.
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 You like things to be good, loser.
You idiot.
You thought this was gonna be a good show? Gotcha.
Pull the rug out from under you. Smoke billows from the first floor of a house. After Blossom ran away to build a new life for herself, Buttercup and Bubbles followed suit.
Oh my God, we're not even caught up to the present yet.
On the second floor, a
France,
window opens.
1942.
On the second floor, a window opens. Adult Buttercup, wearing a firefighter gear, leaps out the window with a little boy in her arms. They fly down 20 feet and land gently. Enraged by the ignoble end of the PBGs, Buttercup sought anonymity. She moved to a small town in Oregon, shortened her name to B, and joined the fire department, convincing herself that she could be happy as a normal human.
Holy shit, is this anonymous?
What?
She jumped out of a second story window and flew down 20 feet.
Oh my god! I love
I
she
thought
moved
you
to a
guys
small
used
town in Oregon.
I thought you guys used ladders.
If anyone asks, I did.
Then
Want to see me
can't
put out
help.
the? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh, no, it's
Then
fine.
can't help herself because it's
She
stage
just
direction.
loves being a Powerpuff Girl.
Want to see me put out fire with magic ice breath?
Oh, that's a fake. Like, sorry, fanning again. But like, Bubbles got that, and everyone was jealous because only she got ice bread. Buttercup was the most jealous. She
That's
didn't
true.
get ice bread.
All right, well,
Wow.
Sorry. The little boy nods, excited. As Buttercup inhales, another firefighter comes around the side of the house with a hose.
maybe next time. Why does it say Buttercup continued?
I guess she never stopped
I think that's
talking.
yeah. If no other character talks between
Oh, okay.
a character saying
Gotcha,
one line and
gotcha.
another, like that's how you format it in the script.
I did not know that's how you format it. I'm learning so much.
See you on a license plate. Bubbles 1, affixed to a baby blue Corvette. Adult Bubbles, still wearing her signature pigtails, pops the trunk. It's full of Powerpuff Girls merch and a price list. Selfie's $20 t-shirt, $30. Selfie plus t-shirt, $45.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
deal.
honestly, yeah.
Holy fucking shit, that's a good deal.
The
Give me
few
that.
conventions I've been to, like, you pay a lot more
Like
just for a
t-shirts
selfie.
are, dude. Like I was gonna say, fucking for real.
But I mean, like, remember,
Selfies
she
go
hasn't-
for $50.
She hasn't been part of the superhero team in a while, so like
Oh yeah, I guess she's gonna lower her
Right?
prices.
she's
Yeah.
gonna lower her price
And, like,
just for that.
If
That's
everyone
cool.
like
Yeah.
if everyone like hates the Powerpuff Girls, then like who wants to wear merch of them?
That's true.
That- yeah.
I mean, that's why when I go to cons and I'm selling my Bob SDC merch, I sell my selfies for $10 and nobody pays, and then I sell my T-shirts for $15. Nobody pays because people hate me so much.
Yeah.
I mean, the channel's decent, but I'm gonna kill it soon.
Bubbles went
Sorry, go ahead.
Bubbles went to Hollywood, hoping to capitalize on her childhood fame. After 2 stints in rehab and 3 failed reality show pilots, she had pivoted to direct sales. No, like, honestly, that's, like, really unrealistic. Like, who wouldn't watch a show about, like, a literal...
Superhuman.
Like, it's not, like...
How is that a failed reality show? Like, I'm not even big on reality shows, but if you told me there was one about a literal superhuman, I would probably watch that show.
Like, even if it was just, like, 20 minutes of her just zapping stuff.
I guess maybe they don't show anything of her superhuman abilities on TV,
Oh, maybe.
which would be not very interesting then.
Yeah.
Imagine if superheroes live streamed, but not like live streamed fighting crime, just like live streamed them playing video games and like zapping shit with their powers.
can see
I'll fucking
Superman
watch
doing
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I would
I mean-
watch that.
If they do that in like the Justice League 2 or whatever, you see like Superman has started a Twitch stream and he was taking Twitch donos and he has to read the things really fast, but because he's Superman, really fast for him is like inaudible. Like he just and like that's him reading the Twitch dono and he goes back to playing the video game.
Can I see like Superman like just like juggle concrete slabs or something? I would watch
Yeah,
that.
I don't
I'd
know
give
if
him
you can
$5.
play like Dark Souls.
Ooh,
Oh,
think it's
I want to
so-
see Superman
Oh
play Dark
yeah,
Souls.
yeah. It's like the private Superman super chat stream.
Yeah.
You know?
Watching a superhero rage quit though.
Oh
like,
yeah, just blow up their TV.
Oh
I
shit.
gotta go get another one.
Good.
Flies out of the room.
And imagine the entire, YouTube market scene of like people who just clip, parts of the streams and upload
Oh my
those.
god,
Yeah,
dude! I think we found gold.
yeah. They.
I'm copywriting this shit right now. Don't you fucking take this from me, DC. This is my idea. I know you're watching this, CW. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Or they can pay you, right? And then
They should pay us the steel donut.
Yeah, pay us. It's
And also put us-
$45 per idea.
Put us in the show and $25.
I said 45. You know,
40.
for the-
That's $9 per person, Matt.
that's idea and being in the show. Idea is $20. Being in the show is $30. Both of them is 45.
Wait, hold on.
He's packaging a deal for them.
I think I lost the plot at some point. How are we making money for
It's
other
our idea.
people?
They're paying us
What?
for our ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're the ideas guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
My dream.
That's my dream job.
I get at least 15 cents because I said the rage quit thing.
That's true. You
Yeah,
do.
yeah. You get 15 cents. Yeah.
Thank you. I know my worth. Okay, now.
We're married.
Well, you get to share that 15 cents then.
Bubbles announces herself to a pack of passing tourists.
I'm Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, the real Bubbles, unlike that Bobo knockoff Wonder Woman.
Got him.
Fake Wonder Woman.
Frag.
Fake Wonder Woman who looks really fake turns and sticks her tongue out at Bubbles as the tourists flock to her.
Oh, hang on.
Now
Wait a minute.
we're-
Let me see that. Wonder Woman destroyed.
Mhm.
Yep.
What is that? They
Now-
just retired Wonder Woman? The show's gone now? Damn.
Blossom sits in a lecture hall taking notes. As for Blossom, she attended an elite women's college in Northeast, collecting degrees to cocoon herself from the harsh sting of the real world.
Collecting
It was a
degrees.
What?
This degree will look really nice on my wall next to my other degrees.
She spots a Powerpuff tattoo on the bicep of a classmate. Most of the time.
I don't
Now it's
know.
2021.
We're finally caught up, guys.
Alrighty, thank the Lord.
Blossom joins her adorable boyfriend, Clive, for breakfast. As Blossom enters, he puts a birthday hat on her head, smiling. After a decade of school, Blossom got a job at a Boston area biotech firm where she
Okay.
met her boyfriend, Clive. This
Okay.
morning,
If you were gonna just skip past all that other shit anyway to the present, why did I need to hear that she went to school? Can you just tell me that now?
Obviously,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
honestly,
like after she
camera
went to
pan
school
could.
for 10 years. It's like, okay, you just told me she went to school right before.
Yeah,
you
I
gonna
mean,
tell
like
me
honestly,
again?
like honestly, if you're just gonna do that, then you don't even need the narrator to say it. All you need to do is like camera pan in her apartment over. There's degrees on the wall.
Yeah.
Camera continues panning. She's sitting there. He puts a birthday hat on her head.
You really
That
had to fucking
establishes
tell me this
she went
twice.
to school. She got degrees. It's her birthday. Like all that stuff is established without a narrator.
Well, yeah, like, fucking, and then right after the narrator just told me it happened, he told me again.
See, this is the tell then show then tell method.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
It's
is this?
you have to do so much tell because like this is so far removed from what we all remember from the cartoon where it's got to be like, well, it was like that, but then it was like this, but then they did that, and then they did this,
Also,
and finally we're here in the
Cut
present
out.
now.
I don't need to know what they did after
And
they
they're
broke
also-
up. If you're gonna tell me already.
I mean, they're also trying to like spoon feed this to an audience that don't expect to be very smart. So like if they did what I suggested, which was like the degrees on the wall, their expected audience would just be like, "Oh, she owns paper," and then like
Yeah.
move on.
Paper. Oh, I own paper too.
She can write. Okay, interesting.
Hey, nice. All right.
What's that cone she's getting on her head? I don't know. Oh, whatever.
This morning they're celebrating her 25th birthday, which is technically tomorrow. But tomorrow, Blossom has some sort of out-of-state business to attend to. Ding! A reminder text from Spirit Airlines. Pops up on Blossom's phone. You got.
Hold on, I just want to say, this is not funny. It's not that Spirit Airlines itself is funny. It's just that there's fucking advertisements in the script.
I mean, no, like I think it is funny.
Spirit Airlines?
Aren't they like? I don't know. Every time I've
Well,
heard,
they're pretty cheap.
well, like
think.
I talked to my boss because she was like, I wanted to do Spirit Airlines because it was like a cheap thing, and she talked about like this horror show of experience that it was for. They charged like $100 for a carry-on bag or something like that. Like,
I don't think they do carry-ons for Spirit Airlines. Like, if you don't have a carry-on.
like or something. I don't
Something
know.
like that, yeah.
There was
Check
some
the
like
luggage or something.
crazy charge like that, and like I think the seats were uncomfortable. I don't know the whole thing. So I thought they were like saying that, and then I was gonna be like, how'd she get paid for all this college, and then she can't even.
No, they
get-
paid for it with the ad revenue money of Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
Spirit
Yeah.
Airlines is like low budget.
Oh, okay.
So why are
But-
they funding a CW show?
I don't know. This
not.
could be a genuine attempt at, like getting paid to do product placement.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if they make
So-
more of a joke out of it or if it's literally just like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it could. What if they did both? That would be a hella move, right? Like they go, "We're gonna take your money to do product placement and then shit all over you during the show."
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
It's time to check in for your flight to Townsville, departing 8 a.m. tomorrow.
she shudders.
I don't want to go to Townsville.
Clive rubs her shoulder warmly as he pours her coffee. After this weekend, you never have to go again. Once you collect that document and collect your trust fund, you're free. Besides, you've been so excited to see your sisters after all this time.
Thanks for the exposition.
Yeah.
Maybe. I waited too long. I've been so MIA. Buttercup and Bubbles talk all the time. Buttercup even went out to see Bubbles' one-woman show, Bubbles with a Chance of Bubbles. Oh, I think now we're getting into the horrible dialogue.
Die like that
Fuck.
was bad. Am I allowed to just perish?
That was
Horrendous.
Bubbles, like, Bubbles. Oh, I'm sorry they did you this dirty. My gosh. Babe, you've had a messed up childhood that culminated in a traumatic event. It's like your therapist.
Clive only speaks in exposition.
Well, we gotta get to know him somehow. It's like your therapist.
We're not getting to know him though.
Yeah,
we're
we're
getting
getting to know the
her.
world.
This-
Everything but him.
This is a TV show for the blind. Because it's just like, babe, you remember when this thing happened and then this thing happened.
Sometimes when we're going to bed, Lizzie and I will put on like an episode of like Criminal Minds or whatever, and we'll turn on audio descriptions that like while you're falling asleep, you still have an idea of what's going on or whatever. And like this literally reads like audio description of what is happening on screen.
It's
Like Clive turns to to Blossom and says this, and then he goes, "Huh?" And then words come out again.
It's like your therapist says, you needed to go out and make your own way in the world for the sake of your mental health.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's there to take notes on her therapy session.
Oh, God.
He's her therapist, actually.
Oh, that's
But
bad.
that's how they separate on the therapist and I'm
Oh, he
boyfriend.
just said he refers to himself in third person.
Yeah, remember what I said last week?
Yeah.
We've been working on this.
I hope I don't have a panic attack while I'm there.
If you do freak out, just do that exercise Dr. Pat taught you.
By the way, that's Chekhov's panic attack.
Yeah. Right. Visualize my inner child.
She gazes into the middle distance where her childhood self magically appears, waving to her reassuring.
Yeah, she's
What's up,
this
it's
is
me, childhood you. I guess I'm gonna get out of here now. Bye.
oh, she just sees the child, but
I
doesn't
know,
say
I'm-
anything to it.
I'm
yeah, okay.
fucking.
Oh my god.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this too much either. But it's like should you visualize your inner child if the whole thing was that your childhood was not good?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I
not a
guess it's
therapist.
like- I mean,
Maybe there is some kind of
there's
therapeutic.
it's like reclaiming the childhood you never had
Oh,
kind of
sure,
thing.
yeah.
But like, it's still really weird to just have it there.
But,
like,
but in order for us as the audience to understand that that is supposed to be her inner child, besides the fact that Clive just said it, or Blossom just said it, you would probably put this child actor, in a Blossom outfit from the Powerpuff Girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the outfit itself represents the childhood she lost. The childhood she should be having is like her wearing normal kid clothes, doing normal kid things.
Yeah.
But instead, I don't know.
Yeah.
I also think, I don't know, I just feel like it's weird to include the child, like, sorry, one more point and I'll move on. But, like, if she just, like, later on, it could be funny if she's, I mean, not funny, like, mental illness is funny, but, like, the type of humor this is going for. If,
So
like,
bad, not funny.
yeah, but, like, later on, if she's, like, okay, my inner child kind of thing, and, like, we don't see it, and just, like, Bubbles and Buttercup
Waiting for her to finish.
like, whatever's going, like, that kind of thing. Like, we don't need to be spoon-fed, like, every single thing, especially since you're, like, chincing on the budget for the squid swamp monster and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, she gazes at...
Thanks for being amazing, Clive. I love you.
Ding! Another text, this time from Bubbles to both Buttercup and Blossom. It says, Happy birthday Eve to my BBs.
Yep.
See you tomorrow. Blossom, soothed by her conversation with Clive, grins and texts back. Can't wait to see you guys. Seriously. After a beat, Buttercup texts, me 3.
Aww.
It's gonna be super fun.
He doesn't say anything to I love you.
Also, yeah, thanks for
I love you. Nice.
butting in at the end, Clive.
Oh.
You could have just not said anything.
Was I JoJo?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Damn it, straight to hell, Gina.
Gina!
JoJo, now also in his 20s, sits in a well-appointed office. A plaque on his desk reads, JoJo Model.
Wait, they spelled his name wrong on the plaque? His name was Mondell.
Maybe there'll be a joke about that. Like, he's
Maybe.
like, come on, guys, we gotta get it right.
Okay, baby.
Mayor of Townsville. He reads through the report in front of his secretary, Gina, 50. He has a pet monkey sitting on his desk.
No one would allow a mayor to have a pet monkey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that violates
Oh,
a lot of laws.
no,
Are you sure? Because I'm about to be mayor, and my pet monkey is coming with me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably like how we got votes. Like the monkey gets to like shake hands with people. They're like, "Oh, I'll vote for you." Ooh, yeah.
So you're saying he carries around a monkey into big crowds of cheering people.
Yes.
On the off chance that he'll shake hands, the monkey will shake hands with people and not rip their arms off.
No,
They're
not on the
trained.
off chance. He's a trained.
You
monkey,
can't.
okay?
You can't train a monkey to do that.
All right, I gave him
Well,
a
okay, I'm
gun. He
imagining
will
a
help
chimpanzee.
us defend ourselves.
I want to be clear. I'm imagining a chimpanzee. Those things will rip your arms off if they get a great.
I'm talking about like a circus.
The monkeys that go on the movies. There's
Yeah.
monkeys on the movie.
Okay, but you
But
still
he
don't
can
bring them
do
into
it.
big crowded arenas of people, right?
monkey.
Like
Do.
It's a
It's called
stupid
a
thing.
circus.
it's just stupid.
It's a stupid
I'm just
thing.
messing.
Uh,
I'm just being.
I'll be Gina.
This is
an
just
asshole.
initial polling data. You've got time to pull ahead.
Narrate. Unlike our prodigal Powerpuffs, Mojo's son Jojo stayed in Townsville. Indeed, his dedication to the city had carried him all the way to public office. He was the youngest person ever elected mayor of Townsville. Unfortunately for him, a second term looks unlikely. I've
Is it bad that
delivered-
I want to just shout at the narrator to shut the fuck up every single time they start
Yeah,
talking?
I'm real over it. Like,
Can you
How
just
can he
not-
better get top billing from this? He's doing the
just, like-
most talking.
Shut the fuck up.
like, yeah, like I
Please?
love the narrator before, but like I said, he was in small doses, especially since it's
Like beginning and maybe a little in the middle.
yeah, just like a oh wow, doesn't look like she liked that much. Bye.
Yeah.
Like just
Bye.
like a little joke, not
How will they get out of this? And then like
yeah, not like a It's he could be done.
he's literally LPing the show
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I'm getting really
Oh my
tired
God,
of it.
what
I
if
don't
they
want
Holy
time
shit,
to.
he's riffing the show for us.
well, he's just explaining it.
Yeah, he's not.
So, well, what if they intend it to be funny and he's just really bad?
Okay. I've delivered on everything I promised, except free gelato Fridays. And that's only because the perfect scoop turned out to be a front for meth trafficking.
Jesus Christ.
Alessia Lawrence has no experience. She's impulsive and reactionary.
She's exciting.
You mean she's not a white man? You know about reverse discrimination, but until it happens to you. No offense, you totally earned your position. Optics don't hurt, though.
I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah,
I
like we
ju-
can just...
You know, my
Yeah.
favorite
Let's
part
just
about that
move.
is, you know, my absolute favorite part of that is the response.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, oh shit. Oh no,
Okay.
he keeps going.
Oh, he's not. Okay, you done yet? You done now?
There's one
Please?
thing people... There's one thing people love more than virtue signaling, Gina.
Frozen desserts of Italian origin.
No. Security, safety, and I can provide that.
Anybody else having like chest pain right now? Like I feel like
I'm just like
my left arm is going numb, dude.
Like, honestly, I don't know why JoJo exists. I'm assuming because they want a love triangle between him and Blossom and Clive. Because we respect Clive so much, we can't interfere with that relationship.
You might say,
Someone-
hold on.
Yeah.
Connor, you may be saying, what? I don't see that at all. But knowing the CW, that's exactly what they want.
I thought they'd have JoJo here because they killed Mojo in like the first scene.
That too.
No, yeah, there's going to be this whole thing where it's like, no, but you killed my father, but I can't help how I feel about you.
Yeah.
I've always loved you.
That sounds like the
Blossom.
kind of trash CW would.
What is Clive doing for you that I can't?
Yeah.
Like, I can already
Well, he's
see
under
like,
his
all
expositioning.
these episodes.
Yeah,
Like he's clearly explaining the situation.
I
like
was
a narrative.
feeling like, man, Clive has a lot of lines for someone that is gonna, disappear for the rest of this episode and maybe this show. But
No,
no,
I guarantee she comes back to Townsville, and then he's gonna be the long distance boyfriend that she's like, oh, but I should be loyal to Clive. But there's this bad boy in town that I want to.
Yeah.
Bad boy Mayor.
Bad boy mayor who kills people and talks about virtue signaling.
And
Like,
Just strictly from like watching these shows, that's the only reason it makes sense to split up Mojo into two people instead of just having Mojo become
Right.
this
I-
powerful mayor.
let me just say disclaimer. I don't watch TV, so I haven't seen how trash CW can be.
this is exactly how trash. They
All
can
right,
be, yeah.
I'll trust you then.
Okay.
Oh, Jojo, I love it when you talk about reverse discrimination.
Really
Jojo-
turns me on. I'm really fucking hot right now.
Jojo feeds his monkey a treat.
With all due respect, Mr. Mayor, Townsville is a candy-colored bubble of privilege and comfort. Ever since the creature attack stopped, we're one of America's safest cities. I don't think people are voting from a place of fear.
What about my pet monkey? That was meaningful in the last election.
Oh, we were making a joke about it.
Post Harambe, no one cares anymore.
Oh my fucking god!
All the kids love Harambe. We gotta make Harambe references.
Oh my god. I need to read through all this. Go ahead and knock off for lunch.
One more thing.
Don't,
The Powerpuff Girls are coming to town tomorrow.
The color drains from Jojo's face. He's shaken. Tomorrow? All three?
Just for the weekend. The Gazette called asking for comment.
Tell Frank I said no comment. That'll be all. Okay?
How do
Good.
they know?
I mean, how fucking wild would it be if someone said no comment and then provided more comment after that? No comment and another thing.
I feel like a Jake and Amir episode probably did that or something like.
Jake and Amige.
Jack and Amish.
Okay.
Gina nods, exits as Mojo mulls all this over. His
No.
monkey-
You mulls all of this over. God, they really picked the worst way to word that. Okay.
His monkey screeches. It gives Jojo an idea. He picks up his cell, pulls up a contact, short stack, hesitates for a moment, then dials.
Sorry, he was inspired by a monkey screech.
Well, yeah, he speaks monkey or something. I don't know.
He hears, and then he's like, "Oh,
Good idea.
Oh,
Just
good
jump
idea.
right on that.
You're the
Thank
true
you.
brains of the operation.
See, this is why I made you the head of my campaign. It's ideas like that that got me elected."
Can I just say, like, how cute it would be
To have a monkey as the head of your campaign.
But just like as like his campaign manager, he's wearing like the little vest and he has a clipboard. Like, okay, I did.
Is
some
that what it would take to get your vote? Is that all it takes?
I didn't say I'd
All it
vote.
takes
I
for
just
me.
said it'd be cute. I had to follow on Instagram at least. Okay. Okay. Buttercup exits with her duffel. We see Bubbles with her suite of luggage in line for an Uber. She's accompanied by a middle-aged man with a camera. She spots Buttercup heading over.
Here she comes. Start filming. Buttercup, happy birthday, bitch.
They hug happily.
Happy
until-
birthday,
You just said
bitch.
bitch holding it.
Ah,
It's BETCH, bitch.
Batch.
happy birthday, bitch.
They hug happily until Buttercup notices the cameraman.
How do you say that?
I
I
don't
don't know. Who is this?
Al
Is it a
Mason?
reference?
Maisels? It was just
Maybe
do
we're
whatever.
too old.
Yeah, I'm very old. What's with Al Maisels over there? Does he work for Bravo? Not a question.
Sorry, wait. Huh? Al Maisels, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. He was an American documentary filmmaking team with his brother, known for their work in the direct cinema style. Died in 2015.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
And like his brother died in 1987.
What if when they rework it, that's the only line they change? They're like, I don't think Al Mason's a big enough name.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely a big enough name. I just don't think with the audience that they have. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this,
like,
People like me would never know who
this
he
is
was.
the one time that instead of making an inexplicable like reference they think Gen Zers would do, they make an inexplicable like boomer reference.
yeah, this is like a straight up boomer ass reference.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
No, I'm making a tasteful doc about my comeback / solo career, which starts with capturing our reunion, which is kind of a big D. Oh, and this is my manager, Ace.
Hey. I'll just
a big D, huh?
Yeah.
D's nuts.
Oh, Buttercup.
Oh yeah, that's me. When you say reunion, to be clear, you mean like our personal reunion? Because I'm not.
You're not interested in a re-team or a reboot of the Powerpuff Girls. The rest of the world wasn't interested in it either. I know. Even though America would go rip shit bonkers for this.
What the fuck does that mean?
No, Matt, you're too old.
Yeah.
Okay? All the Gen
Wait,
Zers
what?
know
Hang
what.
Yeah.
They all say stuff like rip shit bonkers and Basil is whatever.
Yeah. They would.
Okay. They would.
Buttercup affectionately stroked
Oh my
one of
god, that was
Bubbles.
your line again. Fuck.
I gotta do more of a voice for Ace, yeah.
No, you don't. You have to do a
It
better
just that
fucking
sounded
job
like what
with
it was
it.
gonna happen next, like in a joke, not what they wrote. Buttercup,
Yeah.
Buttercup affectionately strokes one of Bubbles' pigtails.
I lost my fucking place again.
The very bottom of the page.
Bottom of
There
page
it is. I
15.
found it. Very bottom. You haven't changed at all.
Winking. Gotta stick to the character Bible.
If they were so traumatized, wouldn't that make them like? Wouldn't that make Buttercup cringe?
No,
Like,
Bubbles is not traumatized.
Oh, okay.
She loves this shit.
they smirk, but the looks they exchange are poignant.
Oh, I guess never mind. They have very poignant,
Poignant
like,
smirk.
poignant.
Okay, so now we're in a car. Bubbles, Buttercup, and Ace ride in the back of an Uber. They pass the old "Welcome to Townsville" billboard, which now says Jojo Mondale Mayor. Wait, what? So
Why
it's like,
would
"Welcome
it
to
say that?
Townsville. This is who our mayor is."
No, it
Yeah,
just says who the mayor is.
It doesn't even say welcome to Townsville at all.
What town is this? He's the mayor
Mayor.
of it.
With a
Where
If
am
you
I?
need to know what town, go ask the mayor.
Okay, with a smiling photo of JoJo.
Oh yeah, here we are. So Mojo's son is the mayor now.
Remember what a huge crush he had on Blossom? Weird kid. Hey, you know who we should go see while we're here? Sarah, she was always so great to us.
Dad blew that one.
Yeah, now he just dates rando beaker bunnies and science hoes.
Buttercup looks out
Sorry,
the window.
Holy
you can't
shit.
just move on from that line. Beaker bunnies and science hoes?
Damn, what basic bitches, am I right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow, beaker bunnies. I don't know how I feel about beaker bunnies. Like science, like whatever to that one. Like that's just like misogynist.
That's just
Like, who cares? But like beaker bunnies.
There's a
Damn.
lot there going on.
Buttercup looks out
I'm
the
not
window.
sure I can unpack it either.
How many beaker bunnies and science hoes are there?
Like, and also, like, what are you implying? Does he date like all his like research assistants or something? Like, because bunnies.
I mean, he's a professor.
Because bunnies implies that they're younger and like beakers, like they're working on science stuff. So unless he goes like shopping for people with their own project, they're probably just working for him.
Yeah.
And he's just dating him, which is
Yikes.
I don't know.
I
And
wouldn't put it past this Utonium. He
Yeah.
sucks.
Buttercup looks out the window and sees Townsville Gifts, a shop still selling Powerpuff Girls souvenirs.
Excuse me.
Ah.
Look, they rejected us, but they're still hawking our merch. Pathetic.
We put this town on the map, like the aliens in Roswell.
Yeah, I definitely visit Roswell all the time.
They rejected those aliens, and they still sell the fucking merch. They did those aliens dirty.
Yeah.
Or witches in Salem.
The car turns onto their childhood street.
I can't believe Blossom is coming. She's been a total ghost aside from the obligatory holiday texts.
She just continues.
Oh yeah, she just keeps going. Yeah, it's only because Dad made it mandatory for us to be here, IRL, to access the trusts. So what are you going to do with the money? This does not relate to the last sentence she
I don't
said.
think she's supposed to be saying this part.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a Bubbles line.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
and
sure-
then
'cause she's
Buttercup
responding.
continues again. Wow, she just keeps going. You know what?
She just monologues.
So what are you going to do with the money? Buy a little cabin? Rescue some schnoodles or doodles? I'm not a total cliche. I'm going to have chickens too.
I'm
Bubbles
pretty
just
sure
had an entire Buttercup had an entire conversation
Guys,
with herself.
I don't know who is supposed to be who.
Guys, I'm dissociating out of my body here. Like,
Are you ghost raving right now?
I'm astral projecting. What is going on?
I like the idea.
Just had an entire conversation with herself.
I like the idea of Bubbles like turning to Ace, like you got that right, like you got that. Like
This is gonna be great TV. She just went on this weird monologue talking to herself. My sister's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mama. Suddenly, they look out the window, alarmed.
What the fuzzy lumpkins?
We
Get
see-
it? Because fuzzy lumpkins.
They fought him once.
They can't say
a couple
fuck,
times.
but we can.
Shit.
Fuck you.
What's so
Fuck
weird? Making they fought him. Imagine making like a criminal swear.
Yeah, that's weird.
Fuck.
What the convicted rapist?
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad we have Zach. Zach goes where we're all thinking, but Zach says it.
Holy Ted Bundy, Batman.
You know what? Connor.
It was
you
off.
know what? Connor,
I was trying to think of one that whole time and I could not.
I was struggling too. I was stuck on him.
I was like, I was like, holy shit! Any other day of the year, I could tell you all about serial killers, but all of a sudden, I can't think of one to save my life.
Connor practices what he preaches.
Yeah.
You know, any other day of the year, you'd be able to tell you times, dates, motivations,
Yeah.
even.
We see
He
a
understands them really well. Like,
Okay, no.
worryingly well.
No, yeah.
we see a
We're
mob
joking.
of we see a mob of people gather near the Powerpuff Girls' childhood house. Some are pressed, some carry signs that say things like "No violence in Townsville." A scant few are fans.
Oh, they got a scant few fans there.
Normally, like protesters and counter protesters don't stand right next to each other.
They don't
Yeah,
stand and
Like,
mingle in the
come
crowd.
on.
Yeah, the protesters and
Weird.
counter-protesters clash by standing next to each other and breathing the same air.
Dad alerted the press.
The sisters get out of the Uber. The small crowd surrounds them, yelling questions. "Are you here to start trouble?" etc.
What the fuck? Are you here to start trouble?
You know it.
I'm trying to figure out which group of people is asking that question. It's a shitty journalistic question. Doesn't make any sense from the protesters. They just want them gone, and the fans aren't gonna say that. Like, who's saying this? Are the Powerpuff Girls re-teaming?
I just keep losing my place somehow. Hell no! I'm not caping for Townsville ever again. I'm here to collect the debt, and then I'm out.
Better than capping for Townsville.
Yeah. Throttle down, Boo. Your Chem X is showing, which is a weird thing to say.
Is he dead?
That's
that it?
the
Is
sound
he
of
dead?
astral projecting, yeah.
Yes.
Whoa! Holy shit!
No, I'm here.
I can't believe we lost Connor of the
Ow.
SDC. He's actually.
Yeah.
Let me check his pulse.
Your
I don't
Chem
feel
X
one, he's
is
I
dead.
took
showing-
fatal damage from that line.
He rolled a d20 and he
Yeah.
fucking.
That was a
The
crit.
enemy like nat 20 critted him. This fucking script
Okay.
did.
Who is this?
Reveal a cute little girl standing by the door. Hello, I'm Henrietta. I'm a huge fan. Blossom was my favorite, but all of you are feminist icons.
Thank you, cutie.
Can I have a hug? Bubbles leans down to hug Henrietta. Buttercup notices a large, furry caterpillar on Henrietta's shoulder, arcing up towards Bubbles' ear. She instinctively swaps the caterpillar into the bushes. Henrietta
Why?
bursts into tears in full panic.
Why would you do that? It's a caterpillar.
That was my pet Gloria!
Caterpillars are harmless. Fuck you.
Yeah, but they've got like a lot of legs.
What? I love, me and my little sister played with caterpillars for hours when we were kids. We would just like pick them up and just hold them and like watch them walk across us.
I mean,
Like it's not even like a ew bugs thing. Like all of me and all my sisters thought caterpillars were. I say that like I'm a sister.
I always
Oh,
tried to
caterpillars
find a
are fucking
cocoon
awesome.
and never did.
you never found a cocoon? Oh,
They
see,
were amazing because they were big and they were fluffy, and you would just like you'd put one on you and you would just watch it and it would just walk up your arm and you'd be like, haha, that's cool.
I mean, this is like such a different childhood, right? Like me and my brother spent most of our childhood just announcing exposition to people.
Yeah. Everywhere I go,
Just walking up to them and announcing it.
everywhere I go, I was just followed by this narrator. You know?
Connor said out loud.
He's like, stop doing that.
Connor protested. I know I'm protesting. I know I'm
We're
doing
telling
that.
you.
What a
I'm telling you
curse.
to quit.
Yeah.
Connor muttered under his breath.
Connor was not happy about the narrator that followed him around.
Buttercup begins to mumble an apology as
Daddy!
camera shutters click as Drake opens the door to greet his daughters. Bubble hugs him. Ace films.
Girls.
God, I forgot Ace was his name. I thought that was like a shout out to some company. I was like,
Ace
Ace the
Films.
fucker Ace Films.
And Ace Films logo appears on screen.
I've never fucking heard of him, but I'll believe anything at this rate.
Buttercup strides past Drake inside the house. As Drake
Again, I forgot that we were talking about Professor Utonium.
shuts.
Thinking about Drake.
I was thinking about Nathan Drake once again.
Why call it Professor Utonium's house if he's also going to be Drake? Like,
Dude, what if it is Professor Utonium's house? What if this just is Drake?
oh,
you
he
know?
just rents
Oh.
it.
Yeah, Drake just lives here.
I heard how
Yeah.
much you loved Drake, so I booked him to be here for a little meeting.
He lives here now. I have
Yeah.
to feed him, and he'll sometimes make music.
Like a pet?
Yeah.
I have to feed him and sometimes he makes music.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like that, but yeah, sure.
Okay, this next, I've
Drake.
seen this next bit of dialogue get clipped on Twitter, and it's horrendous.
Alrighty. I'm not looking forward to reading this. Yeah, as Drake shuts the door, right? You said that?
Yeah.
Okay. Dad, why'd you call the press? Blossom's gonna freak out about this, and the last thing we need is another crack in the bell jar. I don't know what that
Blossom's
means.
fine. I saw on her Insta that she has a boyfriend. I saw on her LinkedIn that she got promoted, and I saw on Facebook that she still talks to Grandpa despite their political differences. Keep going.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Coming back here is probably triggering for her.
Why? Because she's the one who killed Mojo? I mean, moveon.org.
Like, okay.
So there's so many fucking things wrong
So
with
oh, Buttercup is like Alex Jones over here. Like,
triggered.
but also she says another crack in the bell jar, like alluding to the poet Sylvia Plath, who stopped being alive.
So I think she
By
had
herself?
the reference earlier about Al Mays. Maisel? I don't know
Yeah,
how to say
whatever.
that. But like, I think maybe Buttercup is here to do these like really highbrow, like the kinds of like really well-read viewers will be really into her references, but everyone else is just gonna be like, huh, I don't know what you're talking about. And then like Bubbles is here to just name drop websites. Because she literally, like, the joke here is Insta, LinkedIn, Facebook, moveon.org. Like, good job. You named websites. That's not a joke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What was that one robot
Did you even
chicken
ask
skit?
.com teens what they talk like?
I love. Is it like that one fucking
Oh,
robot
yeah.
chicken skit where they're making fun of Family Guy where he was just like, wow, He-Man, Transformers, and RoboCop, those shows existed.
Yeah, basically, that's what it is.
Wow, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, those websites
websites
existed.
Yeah. They're just really dialed in, you know?
Uh-huh. Nudes. on.org, people.
OC, we hear a chair squeak. It's
What does
Blossom.
OC mean?
Off camera.
Off camera, okay.
Yeah, okay. Sitting at the kitchen table. Awkward. What? Ace turns to Drake, extending
How
his
old
hand.
is Diablo Cody? Never mind. That's never mind.
Diablo Cody is like a boomer.
Just
right?
stop doing
Has
this.
Diablo Cody ever met someone who's like under the age of 30?
I don't know. Okay. Oh. Right, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm Ace, Virgo Management.
Drake shakes his hand as Blossom rises to greet her sisters.
Come here.
Buttercup and Bubbles come in for a long, strong group hug. Drake watches them pleased, and he turns to Ace, who has temporarily lowered his camera to observe the reunion.
See, this is where they're going to get the ad time in, because normally a script would be 60 pages for 60 minutes, but they're actually going to spend about 22 minutes hugging, and then they can use that time for the ads.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
You getting this?
Sisters sit on
I
one side of the
like the idea that Drake is totally down with this thing getting filmed. Like,
Well, he does
because again, they didn't have to exposition that. You know?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
They probably will, and will ruin the good
Yeah.
idea of the joke.
They
Yeah, if the
definitely will.
narrator just never comes back again, I'll be happy.
Oh, yeah. So he spent the first 10 minutes narrating everything, and now he's silent.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not good. You shouldn't have said any
You
of
should have
that
been
shit.
silent
Pretty
for
much
the first
from the
10
beginning.
minutes.
The sisters sit on one side of the dinner table, Drake on the other. The room is full of birthday balloons, Ace films.
Again, Ace Films logo shows up.
I can't believe you girls are 25. Wow, the 3 Bs back in Townsville. It'll be nice to catch up, huh?
Oh wait, I don't want to interrupt. I just thought of this though. With Ace filming, do you think they're gonna do anything fun? Like we're gonna show it from like
Ace's
documentaries
perspective.
style, like through the camera?
Is that what you think fun is?
Like, I mean, that, or are they just gonna do it like how the rest of the show is?
I think it'll probably be just like the rest of the show.
But just the camera in the background?
It's going to be a prop camera.
I don't know.
I feel like there would
think
be,
it'll be,
shots interwoven from,
Yeah.
Ace.
Maybe.
No, I'm gonna go out on a limb, but I feel like it would be bad.
No,
Oh, just
I
a show?
mean...
Yeah.
No, you mean the show would be
Oh.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
Then yes.
Blossom is looking at the red phone on display in a glass case like a museum piece. She starts downing a glass of wine.
I did it again. I lost my fucking place. I can't
They-
look away for a second. This is one of those things where this script requires my full attention.
Middle of
at
page
all
19.
times.
Yeah.
Here it is. There it is. Yes, and it will be nice to collect the money we sold our childhoods for. When do we sign?
You loved being a Powerpuff Girl. It's not like we had a choice.
Plus, you loved it. You were always the first one out the door when that alarm went off.
Yes, the alarm. I'm sure there's no use for it now that the No, sorry, not scientist. Sorry. I'm sure there's no use for it now that the scariest thing in Townsville is Hobby Lobby. How is that? What the fuck? It's not even relevant.
Oh, see, it's a joke because...
It's not even fucking... It's a joke because Hobby Lobby is a store?
yeah,
You
that's...
couldn't even, make something that would be... make sense to go there? Like, I don't know, bunny rabbits? Like an animal?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, a monster...
anything that, would have fit? Like, why
Whatever.
would Hobby Lobby
Yeah.
be scary?
I get they're just like maybe like corporate something.
I know they were
Yeah.
involved in trying to do with the Medicare for All, some Supreme Court decision.
Hobby Lobby was?
Yeah, Hobby Lobby, because they were trying to
Okay.
prevent their employees from having abortion coverage.
Okay, maybe
Which is
that
like,
was
is that scary?
relevant.
That was like a decade ago.
Oh, see, it was so long ago I didn't even fucking know
You
about it.
weren't even born yet, Matt.
Yeah, I wasn't even conceived yet. I was still a twinkle in my father's dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't want to bring this up yet, but I have reason to believe that a darkness may be returning. Dad, you don't mean like...
Monsters? Oh,
Blossom
man.
begins to hyperventilate. It's a panic attack.
Oh, hey, look, where he is. He
God.
came back.
Thanks,
Hey.
Beckov.
I think the city may need the Powerpuff Girls again.
Off Blossom, losing consciousness.
Bloss?
In an apartment, we see
Why?
Henrietta seated at a child-sized desk. She repairs a woolly bear caterpillar we saw Buttercup swat away earlier. The caterpillar is a robot reveal. There are hundreds of robot pillars crawling around the room. Henrietta cranks the volume on her record player.
I very vaguely remember this character from the cartoon.
I feel like-
Henrietta?
What? Wait, was there a... Wasn't
Woolly
there like
Bear
a little
was a
girl who, like, it was all like cute and whatever, but she was evil? And
You know what? Yeah, because like I mentioned earlier, like I wondered if they were gonna bring Princess. Maybe her name was Henrietta, and I didn't know that.
I don't remember the
know.
caterpillar. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but maybe.
Henrietta is the 9th member of the Joker Puff Girls. What the hell is this? No, that's from some fucking fandom thing. I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever, who gives a shit?
Okay. Hey, turn it down.
Sorry, Mr. Carruthers. Henrietta pushes one of her woolly bears through a wall vent. Mr. Carruthers, Henrietta's neighbor 50s, watches UFC on his couch. The woolly bear emerges from his vent and traverses across the couch cushions before crawling into his ear. Mr. Carruthers shakes his head at first, then quickly settles into his new normal, a strange yellow glint in his eyes. Glowworm continues to play faintly as we... End of Act 1.
Oh,
Why?
I don't know.
This is...
you're
Okay.
just cut off. Okay.
You cut off the fucking description.
We'll see something interesting, but that's up to like the special effects team. I don't know. I'm just the writer
Like,
here.
what? Like, hang on. Like, this was written for other people to read.
Yeah.
No.
As we what? As we what?
I love the table read. Everyone's like, what do... Well, you'll just have to check out the show to find out.
Like, what the fuck are you talking
We're
about?
in the show. We
Wow,
need to know.
this
I wrote, like, I'm gonna produce this as we what?
this is going to be such a good cliffhanger. Even the script has a cliffhanger.
Even the
Yeah.
script doesn't know what's gonna happen next.
Ooh. So you know, though, right? You're writing the script. No, even I don't know.
I'm just typing it as it comes to me.
Okay. Do we want to stop here or do we want to keep going? Because we've been going for a while
Yeah,
now.
it's been like an hour and a half.
Yeah. I mean, there's more to this. We could continue this potentially, or we could just call it. I do want to draw attention to. Can I read something from Act 2, like page 24? That's just a really awful pair of lines.
Sure.
Okay, Bubbles says, Guys, how can you turn down an evil recon mission? Especially when said Mish would make a perfect storyline for my documentary. Bubbles is back. And then Buttercup responds, not to be confused with your other film, Bubbles on Her Back.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Huh?
yeah, you could read more if you want, but we've shown just the terrible
Yeah,
characterization,
we've
terrible
gotten the-
dialogue.
Terrible script.
You got the point across of how bad this is.
Yeah, I think my final thoughts on this whole thing is that I hope the rewrite or rework or whatever is just like a lot different. And there was footage of them filming stuff already.
Oh,
so
really?
I don't like that. Well, there's like a photo that's just like them in their teen dress outfits, like outside in like a lawn or something. So I don't know how much they've already filmed. So I don't know how much room they have to change. But so far, this is like not really trashy enough to be a Riverdale, but not like good enough to qualify for like the Arrowverse shows.
Well, I will say,
It's in a weird.
there's a part later on in the script, I think it's in Act 2 or 3, where they go to like a club where the Rowdy Rough Boys are. And yeah, and like they're like they're hitting on them and stuff. It's like a whole thing.
I'm sure
Yeah,
Riverdale's is entertainable enough to be watchable,
Yeah.
unlike this, which just sounds tragic.
Riverdale is like.
Riverdale is hot 25-year-old teens walking around and being hot. Like that's All the show is.
But also when it gets trashed, like it gets trashed. Like these girls wanted to get revenge on a guy, so they trap him in a hot tub and keep turning on the heat, and they're all wearing like sexy lingerie to do it, and they're in high school, and that's like a common kind of occurrence. And I hear like
Like I said, sexy 25-year-old teens.
yeah, just a lot of there's like a whole murder plot going on. They've got like a lot more trash and filth to eat up. But
I'm still struggling to imagine. Like, I watched a ton of Scrubs growing up, and like I can't fucking imagine Turk from Scrubs playing this really like he's not. Like, I don't understand how they did this. Like, and like they go into it more in later acts as well. He's obsessed with them having a reunion, and he comes to them with like, here's an evil, there's some evil going on in town, and I need the Powerpuff Girls back, and it'll be great for ratings. And like, actually, I'm actually on that page right now. The script has Blossom says, so you want us to go see if there's an evil lab based on a thread from next door about spotty internet. And then Drake says, uh-huh. And then Buttercup goes, and you're sure this evidence isn't something you staged in order to drum up a comeback for us? And he says, honey, you think I would lie to you? And Buttercup says, yes, you lie all the time. And then Blossom says, remember when you let that colossal gopher out during sweeps? And Drake says, that was one time we were in a ratings hole. And, like, they play this for laughs, but, like, if you also gonna have them dealing with the trauma of not having a childhood, and he's still openly just lying to them, like he's just abusing them.
Yeah, are we supposed to like Drake or not? It's kind of unclear, because Bubbles is still like, Daddy, I love you, but, like, Buttercup is, like...
Buttercup hates the dude, and Blossom is traumatized.
Yeah, like, especially...
You can't play all three angles simultaneously.
Well, there's the 3 different girls.
Okay, but you can't play all 3 angles simultaneously on this one show.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, like, if we're supposed to like Drake. I don't know if he's gonna change eventually and realize, like, oh, I was actually really messed up to you.
Maybe he'll die. I feel like that would be a good thing for him. Death.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything we just read, like, he sounds really, like, scummy and whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, the absolute opposite. Almost a pessimistic change from, how he used to be.
Yeah. Fun fact, this is the totally unrelated fun fact, but Connor and I, in high school, one of the people in our grade was I believe the daughter of the guy who voices Professor Utonium in the original show. Yeah, and so, like, he would come to, like, local cons, and I would go, I met him a couple times, and he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He was also in, like, Star Wars and a couple things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty
Cool dude. Anyways, that was Act 1 of the PPG leaked script. If you guys want us to cover more, we can, potentially. We did this as more of a free-form thing because we wanted to turn it around quick, so let us know if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.